Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do a part 2 on the expectations because now we have a whole Butch in here. We want to see the Butch's point of view. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So expectations.
Yeah, man. Personally, I don't think you should expect shit from people. That's just me personally. I don't think that any man should be held to any type of standard. And that's not true either. That's a lie.
That's a whole
lie.
bold-faced
I was just about to tell a lie.
You know you don't feel like that.
Yeah, I don't feel like that because I feel like if I see a dude, like I don't care what your sexual preference is, but I'm not real big on flamboyant men. You know what I'm saying? All that, hey bitch, all that. I'm not. That's
right.
no.
That's not doing the booty.
That's not the way a man should conduct himself in public. You know what I mean? I don't knock you. It's not a straight man. Like if you
straight men conduct themselves in public like that?
You'd be surprised. You really would. Well, look, they lie and say they straight. They might not really be straight, but that's what they're telling people. You know what I'm saying? Even gay men though, in my opinion, I don't
think that it's my place to tell a man. I don't think that's my place to tell any man how they should act outside or wherever they want to act at.
I agree, but this is what I'm saying. I agree that it's not
because that's another holding people to expectations that they can't meet.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's what I said. I kind of feel like on the fence about it because I feel like on one hand you shouldn't hold anybody to any type of expectations. I don't want people to assume because a lot of times they do. You look at me and you just assume that I'm this type of person or that type of person. You know what I mean? I don't think that you should look at me and because of the fact that I'm a stud, I should just be like, yeah, bitch, don't ever touch me and fuck. I'm
so hard. I'm hard as nails at 9 a.m. in the morning. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you banging on breakfast, nigga? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And niggas look at me like that's how I'm supposed to be all the time, 24/7. Like, I'm just supposed to be a whole thug all the time. I mean, I would never want somebody to do that. Like, I wouldn't
look like a thug, Ryik. How does that make you feel?
How does that make you feel? You know how that makes me
feel? Well, what about you, Tavon?
Nigga.
How that make you feel? You look like a thug.
You look like a fucking thug.
You like a thug. Looking like a banger.
I bet you women probably little old ladies clutch their purse walking.
Little old ladies clutch their purse. Oh my God. Grasp and catch my curls. I get in the elevator. The thing is, I get in the elevator with people and they look around like I would be robbing them. I don't know. I don't think that on any day that I look like I would rob somebody. Right. But that's just me. I mean, I'm every bit of 5'3".
People usually think I'm the cops because I'm light. So they usually don't
the light-skinned nigga, the popo.
They usually think I'm a rob. Like I'm not gonna rob them. They usually think I'm a rob. They usually think I'm going to take them to jail. So they try to watch their behavior around me. Like I saw this woman. She was smoking a joint at the bus stop, and she was an older chick. And when I walked up to the bus stop,
smoking a joint at the bus stop.
Smoking a joint at the bus stop. This was in the summertime. Well, she's smoking a joint at the bus stop. I walked up to the bus stop, right, and I had on a black short sleeve shirt and some cargo shorts. Nothing too major. When she seen me, she looked.
You know what? Like this. You probably could look like a fucking cop coming.
She went like this and put the fucking weed out.
Rico and Stocky, you look like you could be a cop.
Coming straight out of the forces or something.
The fuck out of it. I wish. I am sexy though, right? But anyway. No, that's a problem. I always gotta know somebody. But like again, I was just about to say, but again, back to the
expectations. Oh my God,
this is
y'all niggas is off topic and everything. We are not on point today. No. This video is getting posted. It is, but we are not on point today. As you see, we are way off the bucket.
That's how it happens when you having a good conversation.
Lack of refund. Oh, but you know, whatever. Yeah. I mean, whatever. But go ahead.
But I don't. Again, like I feel indifferent because I feel like you shouldn't hold nobody to a certain. To any type of expectation.
But you still are going to.
But at the same time, you're going to. Exactly.
You're going to.
Because if you don't, somebody's going to. Like, society just does that naturally. So, even if you don't feel like you should, you're going to do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And the difference, like, what your particular expectations for another individual are could vary, depending on who you are. You know what I mean?
I depend on, like, I think that I hold different expectations for every different person. Like, I don't just hold every man to the same expectations. But
that's true.
Some of the dudes that, you know, I know and, like, I don't know. It's like I put all these expectations on these people, but I know that I shouldn't. And I don't want people to put the expectations on me. But you subconsciously put these expectations on people because you don't know just off the back that you're doing that until it's too late. And now you're like, wow, why did I expect him to do that? Just without, just because, just without even thinking about the person that person is, or anything that you know about that person. You just automatically, somebody do something that you didn't expect,
And
you just automatically like,
what?
Wow.
Yeah, like,
why did he do that?
Yeah, like, not you.
When that could be something he do every day.
Exactly. And you just didn't assume that he was that type of person.
Because I didn't want to assume and make an ass out of myself.
Exactly. But that's the thing, though. It's like you said, you can be under the impression that a person is one way and then they be a completely different way. Like, you know what I mean? Like you said, you don't want... And the thing is, you do it because people do it to you. Because at the end of the day, subconsciously, like, I don't know. This to me is like... It's a difference between being you and being a lot of different types of ways. You know what I'm saying? Like having a couple different versions of yourself, but them all being you.
But I feel like a lot of people have a couple different versions of themselves. Like you got your like I could say for me, I'm like an onion or whatever you want to call it. It's like layers. Different. I have layers. I am very deep. I'm not a puddle anymore. Yeah, exactly. But either way, like
I'm very deep.
Okay, yeah. No, it's just like, you know, I'm a different way around my daughter than I am with my niggas. Yeah. And I'm a different way around them than I would be in a professional standpoint because that's just how everybody is. Yeah. You can't. Like you can't be the same person on the street. Like you can't be one dimensional. You gotta be a square or something. Like you can't be a box. You gotta be 3D. It gotta stand out. Like so, I don't know. Yeah, it has to be a whole cube, all four sides.
But there's a difference between being a cube and being a fraud. You know what I mean? And that's my problem with people. Like as far as expectations and shit, I feel like when I'm hard on people, as far as my expectations for them, is because I feel like you're not being a cube, you're being a fraud. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's cool. Everybody has layers. You know what I mean? Like I was talking about the other day. You can be a hard ass thug in the street and still cuddle with your girl when you go home. You know what I mean? Like,
cuddling.
It can happen. But at the same time, if you pretending to be this hard ass thug in the street, but that's not really who you are at all.
Right.
But then you go home and
that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, but if you are that thug, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
But if you are that thug, but if you're not that thug, but you only that thug around certain niggas.
Exactly.
Like you that part-time thug.
Exactly, and I feel like when my expectations weren't met as far as...
But now I expect him to be a thug all the time.
Exactly.
See, but I'm expecting that. Not knowing that he a part-time thug.
I expect you to be a thug. If you want to be a thug, I expect you to be a thug.
That's my expectations, once again, being beside yourself. Because you expecting this man to be a thug when he ain't got to be a thug all the time. Maybe that's just the way he like to act. Maybe that's just what he representing.
But see, but to me, that's
and maybe that ain't even him fraud, and that's just the way he act. He can't be nothing but that thug. He don't know how to be no other way.
That's also...
Now, I'm just expecting that thugs can't sit around cuddling all the time. or that thugs don't go home and crochet. How do I know that? How many thugs do I know?
Like, when was the last time you got a batch of cookies from a thug? Like,
I make cookies all the damn time. But I ain't a thug. But I do make cookies, though.
But that's not to say that a thug can't make some fucking cookies.
That's not to say that a thug can't make no cookies. Like, I mean... People just like it, fucking expectations. You just expect people to be whatever you want them to be. Whatever you want them to be. That's the key word. What you want them to be, not what they are and all of that. Because you want them to be whatever you want them to be.
And it's wrong. But
once again losing that attraction because you attracted to this. So now you make people what you want to be, and you molding them when you're not molding them, because this is still that person, regardless of the fact, and after you're gone, they're gonna be them again.
And that's gonna be the fraud part right there. That molding that you think you're doing, that's a fraud. Like
that is a fraud.
That's a whole facade. That's not nothing true about that. Like, you know what I mean? As soon as you step away from that person, I guarantee you they're gonna revert back to what they were in the first place. You. Like, you know what I'm saying? So and honestly, to be honest, having expectations for people doesn't really help anybody. Because then everybody's just disappointed. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's disappointed. That person's disappointed because they're disappointed in you because you holding all these expectations over their head that they can't meet up to because all they want to be is them.
Exactly.
And now you disappointed because you expected this person to be what you wanted them to be instead of being with who they were.
See, you know how I did that.
Lowered expectations. Lowered expectations. We got to end it on this note because we are coming into that 9 minute and some change, and there's only 10-minute videos at a time.
Yes, sir.
Until next time.
Deuces.